How's it going, everybody? My name is Justin Hoodie, and today is my birthday, and it's February the 17th, and I am 24-year-old right now. But right now, I don't actually go to work. I normally go on Tuesday and Thursday, but I had to be patient and trying to get my new helper, so I had to be patient. So. Yeah, that's what my dad actually tell me. I had to be patient, not be in a rush or something like that. But let's get down to the conclusion. Now I know I built the high school DXD booster gear armor, like an Issei actually wear that dragon arm. Now I did actually made it not too long ago. Well, I don't know. Maybe I could probably just look it up on YouTube on my YouTube channel. Let's see. No. Where is it? I know I have. There it is. I made 65 views for my one anime video, but I know this thing is gonna do great. But even though it's just made out of cardboard and that one it doesn't actually do any better. So I just actually look up online and then I see people actually use some foam and 3D printing. So what I end up doing was that I built this beauty. Look at this masterpiece. It's so beauty. I really love it how it turned out. And I even made my own glove. Yeah, it kind of more like a 3D printing. Just look at the great design. You have I think it's eyeball or something. And you have this, and a Velcro, and you have the guard and stuff. So I'm gonna show you that how you can actually build your own booster gear from Highschool DXD. Now, since I don't have I do have printer and I don't have my own ink, so I just use my tracing paper, like clear paper, to try to trace on my laptop, even though my parents say don't break your laptop on your screen because it will shatter all a piece of sorry. So here's what you need for that. You need a hard notebook paper, some scissors, and some pencil, and also a sharpie. I don't know if I can get that right now by the video, but I did actually trace a lot of different shapes, and including that one, but I know I made one, but yeah. And then I got this, and also I made this. Also, I made by this one, the guard, and that one because, yeah, and these two. Now, if I move these over, this is gonna be a long video, so I don't know how long it'll take, but normally what I end up doing, I just try putting it all together. Let's say this one, sorry, these two. But before I actually do that, I did trace it, and then I trace it onto, I just do tape. Okay, I'm back. So I just use tape, and then I use some scissors to cut off all the detail. Let's see. I use my Sharpie when I actually trace it, and then I put tape and cut it off with scissors. And now for the tricky part that you're probably wondering on how are they gonna be like. Well, I know you cannot see. I'll probably gonna post it on Instagram or on Facebook. If you haven't seen it, please check that out. That way you can like actually see it. Okay, like that. And then we're gonna go on the top. We're gonna go here. Then we're gonna go here. Okay, that one should be in the middle. Like this. And also this one I gotta go like here. Once I actually like try to know by how long in my booster gear gonna be, that way I can cut it out before I can by try and do it. And then and there we go. You had your I know you cannot see the yeah like that. So I had to like move the camera very quickly. Okay. And while I'm doing that, let me just like try and take a picture. I know by going to like post it on okay my Facebook and my Instagram. So once you actually get all the template off and move it out of the way, you'll need foam, like hard piece of foam that you can actually get at Home Depot. Now, I did buy it and it only cost like $50 or more, but saying I have a job and I keep like saving and all that. You also need to actually like well you have to like use like a Sharpie. Okay, so I kind of more like this before you actually like trace it. And I recommend you actually like do it on the floor. And then I buy that one at Home Depot, which is cost like $20 or more. Only you need to be more careful. Like be careful while you're doing it. And make sure you wear gloves, like safety first. This is a safety video. And then all you need to do is to push it down and then try to do it as safely as possible. But I should actually do that. Once you actually cut it out, I did actually borrow. Whew, sorry, it's so hot. So I had my dad if I can like borrow his belt sander, which he allowed me to try to like smooth up the edges. So thanks, Dad. And then I asked my dad he had like a hot gun, like a heat gun, and so he did. And then I'm like, oh, perfect, thank you, Dad. I made sure I'll borrow it and then I'll put it back. So when I did like send it all the pieces, I did try to fold it like this, and then I just use a heat gun to try to like go like that. But always make sure to be more careful because when I actually like when I like let it to cool down and then when I touch it, then it became it became very hot. Like I almost like burned myself, and then I got the blister. So it kind of more like a small bubble on the skin, which is actually like a dead skin. So as it really like hurts, it kind of more like yeah, this is what it look like. But I didn't actually get that because I like stopped by doing it, I like washing, and then I found the bucket of cold water and I dip it into my hand. And I'm like, a sweet relief. But be careful because we don't want people to actually get themselves hurt, and that'll be like bad. So yeah, try to be careful. Okay, what was that? Oh yeah, I forgot like the super glue and some hot glue. Now, I know I probably wondering like which one of these can actually like glue it on together. So my dad asked like an opinion. I tried to test it just like the one that foam that like cut all the little foam just like tested to make sure. So I did test number one on super glue then I did, and then I did my number 2, which is these my Gorilla glue stick, which is that is super strong, what my dad told me. And then my dad actually tested like the glue, like my dad is super strong, so he just like tore it up, like the super glue doesn't work. And then when my dad tried to like do with the hot glue, and when he tried to rip it, it did not go anywhere. So my dad like say hot glue is actually by melted together on foam. And I'm like, okay, thank you, Dad. So that's what I end up doing. What was I doing? Oh yeah, like the glove. You probably are wondering how I actually got the glove. I just went to my Home Depot, and then I got my glove. You know, like for the safety and all that type of thing. Like for cleaning, like cleaning your bathroom. So I think the glove will like do it because it's long and it doesn't actually show up on whatever my lid is. And oh, sorry, that just like, give me 1 minute. It just tell me about, oh, never mind about that. So I just like use the toy paper that you can get from the arts and crafts store, or you can actually go to Walmart or something like that. But the technique was this, is you like trying to make like an ice cream cone. Like I'll show you for an example on this. Um, so you wrap it around like first you have to try to make it an oval like that, and then once you like do that, you like do it on this side down till you go all the way down, kind of more like this almost. And then I use hot glue to try and glue it together. And then I have to like rubber glove and then try to like put on these. But if you actually like doing it, I recommend you be careful for your finger because A, it probably like burn, and B, I don't know which the very easier way to actually do it. Oh, and I made like a little detail just like from the picture. And that's kind of like fun. Sorry, very hot in my room, even though like outside is supposed to be like raining, but everything is lying to us, which that one is kind of like a dozy. Sorry, I'm gonna say that. Okay, and then once you super glue it and hot glue together, you no before you put hot glue in thing, and then you got all the oh, and I forgot a little like detail of it. Like you know like oh, and I forgot about this thing. I'll get into that later. So this is part of the painting thing. So I just like found like the oval thing with or yeah, when I did actually try that for the other one, it didn't actually turn out the way I thought. So I did actually use the round flat circle for the top, cut that out, and then you're probably wondering where I actually get this part, right? When you go in the store and then you see like toys and like candy, and then you have to like put 25 cents or 50 cents or maybe some quarter and you put it on there. And then when you twist the dial, you get like a toy inside, you open it, and then there where you actually get the rounding. So I'm gonna use that, and then I use some scissors to try to cut it around, and then borrow my dad's sanding, or just use the hand sander to try to actually do it by hand. And then after we cut a little around this, that way it'll smooth. What else is it? What else is it? Oh yeah, the painting. Now, you probably wanted to, when I actually look up online, people are actually using like glossy yellow, and then I use like glossy black, and use like the special painting red, which it actually work for wood, metal, plastic, and more. So if it actually say plastic, that should be mean, or if it actually more, then it can actually. Oh no! Now I have like rainy, gray, and like the green one. So I had my outside, and then I had to like use my cardboard, which I actually like do not wanted to mess around with my dad like lawn, like all the grass had been like painted. So I did that, and then I just tried to spray paint all the little like detail before I like glue it onto place, including like the detail of it. Oh, and also I used like a fin of the foam. Yeah, I used like a tiny foam for the detail. Cut it out, and then once I actually like let it dry, I did actually coat it like once or two or three times. Well, I do like black. Oh, and also I need to like make the little detail of it, the glossy part, and I had to like spray paint it before I like glue it on in place. So that's kind of like pretty neat. And then after it's done, I did like use hot glue and glue it onto place. Now this Gorilla Glue helped on every single one. It was for wood, metal, glass, plastic, fabric, and oh yeah, foam, and more. Many more. Sorry. Let's see, what was there anything? Okay. Oh, and also you're gonna might need this. This is actually Velcro that I actually got it from at Home Depot. Now, some of the things you can actually get at Home Depot, including like a knife, but please be extremely careful on how you may like cosplay. So I recommend yeah, these Velcro it work perfectly, and then hot glue in place, and then it turned out fabulous. Like, just look at it. I really like love it compared to the other one. But what do you actually like think? Do you like the first one or the other one better? Oh, and then I use my on the left hand because when you see the anime, you probably might see it on like Netflix or no, not Netflix. I think by Hulu. Yeah, on Hulu. And then yeah, so like did it? It kind of more like fingernail, like I mean like Catwoman, like meow. Sorry, that's a. Now you probably like figure it out on how you actually like get this. Well, you need to remove this. If you have someone, you can actually like ask them to help, or if you do it on your own, here I want you to actually do. So remove this, and I want you to like try to unvelcro this. Eh, yeah, see, this is why I use like shorter one, and then I just like glue it on in place. That way, it will not go anywhere. So I kind of like super fluffy when I try to like glue those in place. Um, been for a long time since I haven't even not a long time, been a week. Mm. Oh, Alright, now you got all this. I recommend you actually like put it upside down like that. And it doesn't matter if it actually be together. So make sure do not let them like touch each other. Otherwise you have to velcro it again. And that kind of like harder and harder to do. Uh okay. Now what you need to do is just like put it the glove like this, and then you have to like sit down and try to like to get it perfectly. Okay, so first I need to do this, need to do that. This is gonna be cool after this, just watch. Okay, and now you have to be like that. Or you know what, maybe I should probably no. Yeah, if you have someone to actually help you, I recommend someone could actually help you or not. But there you go, you have your very own booster gear from High School DXD. I just, oh, sorry, that's right. Just look at this masterpiece. Just look at it. Doesn't it actually look stunning? It kind of more like cosplay almost. I think I kind of like the first one rather than. Yeah, this is much cooler, better than the first one. But what did you actually like? Do you like the first one or the second one better? But this is actually more cool compared to the on my online ordering. It came from China. Let's actually look it up. Mm, mm, I'm gonna drink. Mm, here, pause. High school DXD. Hmm. I know why they have it. Let me do that. Ah, okay. Mr. Here. Alright, I'm trying to like find it. I don't know if I can like find it in online or anything. I mean, I could have sworn I actually like saw it, but it costs like a lot of money and kind of hard to actually like doing it with one hand. I'm gonna try to do it on. Okay, there it is. I mean, just look up on Etsy. I mean, that one is kind of like actually cool, having a good design, and it came from China. It came from China, which I know like China actually like kind. It's not like a bad place or anything. I mean, my dad like watch the news about like COVID and China over there. It kind of like they have like the worst better than all of us. Oh yeah, and if you wanted to actually trying to get rid of it or something, I recommend you slowly take your time. Not like you have to be in a rush or anything. And then okay, just take your time, not be in a rush or anything, just like Okay, and you got this out, and you need to pull some of the finger out just a little bit, and then you have to go under here, and then just try to wiggle it as close as possible, and alright, and there you go. Now I know it kind of very cool to actually saw it on online or anything. Let's see. Where the heck my okay. Well, you been persecute. I know why they have it on eBay. Costs a lot of a lot of money. Easy. Okay, there it is. It cost 100 no $180. Put the shipping with it cost $200, but I know it's not pretty good. I know it's not. I know it might not deal for a price, but it's shipped from China. So if you actually waiting, and then somehow it just got lost in an abandoned warehouse, and then you probably don't want to spend on that money online. Yeah, that just it's sad. It's very sad. Okay, hold on. Let me just okay, okay, but other than that, the other one, it was so cool. Let me just take them out, comparison to the old one and the new one. Okay, so that one is actually the old one, and that one is the new one. That one is just made out of cardboard, and I know it have some dust and everything. That one is doesn't have any dust or anything. And then I did actually made a little detail on the white spot. And then I did just plain, just no, I think I only do on my blueprint. Kind of more like that. But if I actually want to, I can actually try to decorate something like that. But for order to stay true in the actual anime, I recommend how I do it. It kind of like it different. And then my parents think that they liked it one the most, but I did kind of like it, okay, but not compared to this. It is more like a 3D printing. So that kind of very awesome. You can see, now I know I did do upgrade on this because it's much easier and all that, but here you have 3 Velcro, and if you actually go on a lane or if something bad happens, yeah, this thing can actually be destroyed at all times. I recommend. I don't know. I probably going to actually selling it. Yeah, I think I might gonna sell it, but I mean, this is actually my first one. I mean, it kind of okay. It's more like a 2D dimension rather than a 3D. So yeah, that's kind of like a no-brainer. Okay, well, I think that all for the video, and I know I don't have enough time, but if you actually like my video, please hit the thumb up and leave a comment down below on which booster gear do you like the most, the first one or the second one, like a 2D or the 3D. And if you new on my channel, please hit the bell icon to get my notification for my video and subscribe my channel. Okay, I have a 2,000 something like, oh, let me just double check. Oh wow, 233 subscribing my video. So that kind of like pretty fun. Alright, well I think that all the videos that I have. So hope you guys had a wonderful day and be safe.